Oh, hey. I didn't know you guys were dropping by today. I didn't see you there. Anyways, hope you're all having a wonderful day today. So today, we're going to be doing something different today. It's going to be a new series. It's going to be called Gio's Corner. Now, why I'm calling it that, I don't know. Maybe it's because my name is Gio or Giovanni, and I'm sitting in the corner of my living room. Or maybe it's just a cool name. Either way, that's what I'm calling it. And today on Gio's Corner, episode number 1 here of the series, we're going to be talking about what to expect when becoming a vegan or transitioning to becoming a vegan. Okay guys, so one of the things you got to be focusing on here is don't take some of the insults that are going to be coming your way to heart. And what I mean by that is when you're with your friends and family, okay? I have an Italian family. They don't even know how to spell vegan, okay? So when you first start off, people are gonna chirp you. They're gonna take jabs. They're gonna, oh, look at this guy. Oh, do you got any grass in the back of the kitchen for this guy when you go out to eat? It's just gonna be relentless chirps. When you show up to a party, yeah, you're gonna be labeled as that guy is a vegan, even though you didn't bring it up. And I'm telling you, at first I was like, damn, like this is tough, man. Everyone is out here just chirping me. But at the end of the day, if you like attention, I'm not gonna say I like or dislike attention, but I don't mind it. So I just turned it into a positive, It was my time to shine when the attention was on me at these family gatherings or social events. So guys, just take it with a grain of salt, okay? Don't get too frustrated, have a laugh, because at the end of the day, you're awesome, all right? You're a beauty, so don't listen to the hate, okay? Just enjoy it. It's gonna be funny. Like I'm telling you, there's times where I'll be at home is the worst. Like I don't know if your parents are gonna do this if you make the switch, or your I don't know, your significant other. I don't know how old you are watching this channel here. We got a different we have some different audience groups here, okay? We're pretty diverse here. So listen, at the end of the day, you're gonna be probably like, I don't know, in my house, there'll be times I'm eating rice, and I'll literally have my mom or like one of my relatives come by, and they'll be like, oh, like what are you eating? Wow, like what is that? Is that like vegan rice, or is that just rice? I'll be like, it's rice. It's a grain. I've been eating this since 1997. It's just normal food. Or they'll be like, I don't know, man. Like they'll literally be like, oh, John, can you have this? I'll be like, what do you mean can I have this? It's fruit. Anyways, guys, like stupid stuff like that's gonna happen, and I think it's hilarious. Please don't let that fluster you, okay? Because I think that's funny. So yeah, there's that. There's the chirps and just some weird stuff like, oh, did you know can you have this? Like, yeah, it's called water. I can have it. It's cool. But anyways, it's pretty funny. So that is one of the challenges there, dealing with the chirps and just the same questions over and over again. Like, can you have this, or where do you get your protein, bro? Like, listen, guys, just type it in on Google. I mean, I'm happy to tell you, but when you ask me 6 times in a row, it's like, listen, buddy, like you're lucky I'm patient, okay? Come on. All right, so another thing here, guys, when you start, please do your research, okay? Even if it's just a little bit, because I find that I've watched a lot of videos on, when I was transitioning on what to do and what not to do and etc. And I feel like the people that I've watched their stories and they said, oh, they failed, or they're like, oh, it's not for me. I'm not saying it is for everyone. Deep down, I think it can be for everyone. But at the end of the day, you guys, when you do this, you gotta make sure you are eating the proper amount of food. If you're mowing down mortadella sandwiches on the daily, you can't just go and have a little bowl of salad with some kale and some sucralose, low-fat sauce, okay, on the side. That's 120 calories for the whole bowl. Listen, you gotta eat like a truck. If you were eating like a truck prior to becoming a vegan, you gotta eat like a truck. Instead of having a steak, you have 17 cans of beans if that's what it takes. You gotta eat the same way as you were before. So you gotta plan correctly. If you're looking to get in, let's say you're a bodybuilder or you're working out, you're trying to make the gains. If you're a girl, you want to make the booty gains. And if you're a guy, you want to get a nice chest. you got to be eating the same as you were eating before if you were tracking it. If you're having 150 grams of listen, I did decrease my protein intake and I have noticed no changes at all. And I haven't even been working out in a gym. So, but even before the quarantine happened, I lowered my protein consumption to about 150 grams. I weighed about 200 pounds. Before I was eating 200 grams. Honestly, I'm probably gonna lower it even more because I don't notice a difference. And to be honest, I don't know. But anyways, at the end of the day, that's just my experience. And I've seen a lot of other people too. They're saying, oh yeah, listen, the protein at the end of the day, it's important, but you don't need to have a gram per pound. Like trust me, you just experiment, do what you got to do. But at the end of the day, please, failing to plan, you're planning for failure. I think that's how the quote goes. I'm paraphrasing it. You guys should know that quote, hopefully, because it's famous. Or maybe it's famous to me, or maybe I just made it up. But listen, at the end of the day, please plan accordingly. If anyone needs help and is watching this video and is looking to become a vegan, please feel free to drop a comment. Follow me on the gram, hit me up with a DM. I don't care, I'll answer your questions. But at the end of the day, please, if you're gonna do it and you wanna do it properly, I highly recommend just planning. And another thing too, for me, when I made the transition over, I went 100%. I went like cold turkey on everything. I went 100% vegan. I'm like that. I have to do everything 100%. And I honestly think it's beneficial. Because let's say you say, oh, I'm only gonna eat meat on the weekends. The chances of you giving it up completely, if you're still incorporating it in your diet, it's very unlikely, okay? You're probably gonna go have McDonald's on the weekend or whatever. At least if you're gonna do it, try vegetarian, like cut out all the animal, like the meat, cut out that, fish, whatever. If you wanna stay with your eggs for a bit or whatever, do that and then make the switch over. If you feel like that's a lot easier, especially like in your household, if obviously no one else is vegan, you wanna do that and that helps, that I recommend. But you don't wanna start, definitely like starting small, I get it, but you don't wanna start too small either. So I highly recommend that, or just going cold turkey and like taking it serious and doing the right things, because I'm telling you guys, I am never gonna go back. I love it. And this is coming from someone who's eating chicken and eggs every day before making the switch. I was eating chicken, eggs every day, or fish, salmon, tilapia, whatever. So like I said, if you're gonna make the switch, try to do it properly. Another thing too, guys, what else here should we expect? Okay, so guys, for the first couple weeks, I'm not gonna get into it too much, but you're gonna be going to the washroom. Like, we're gonna leave it at that. You're gonna have to go to the washroom, okay? You're eating beans. I think we all know what's about to go down here. Okay, so we'll cut that one out. But another thing too, for me, I noticed my skin, even though I still have a little bit of pimples on my face, I had much more before, and I just feel like my skin is a lot more radiant. I don't know, you be the judge of that. But anyways, the back acne I had a little bit, that's pretty much gone. And another one of the bonuses too, when I made the switch, now again guys, this is all personal experience, my personal experience, sorry. If you want to compare to other people who made the switch, I highly recommend. It's nice to hear other people's stories. For me, I notice when I work out or when I go for a run or whatever, I feel so much lighter. I have no idea what it is. And one of my other buddies made the switch. I'm not gonna give out any names here, okay? He wants to keep it on the down low, okay? He doesn't want to get chirped. But he made the switch and he was saying the same thing, how he feels a lot lighter, especially when he plays tennis, etc. So I definitely noticed that. And another thing I noticed too, like some of the aches and pains I had went away. Now that took a while for it to happen, so maybe it just happened naturally, I don't know, but I didn't really change much. I mean, like I was still working out, doing everything I had to do. And my tennis elbow, it went away. I also went in and did some blood work, okay? So I went to go do some blood work. I did my physical and everything came back fine. I asked for my doctor to send me an email of all the test scores. He usually doesn't do that. He usually just says, oh, everything's fine, whatever. But I actually got everything back. My B12 was actually higher than it was prior. And my testosterone levels were good. Everything was proper. My cholesterol, everything was on point. Now, again, you don't want to just say, oh, everything was fine, because it does take a while for you to show any sort of deficiencies. Usually it could take up to years. But for me right now, I feel great. I had some good results when I did my physical. So if you do feel comfortable when you do make the switch, maybe supplement with some B12 if you're not trying to, you know, eat your leafy greens or whatever to get in some sort of natural B12 consumption. If you feel more comfortable doing that, I highly recommend supplementing with B12. But other than that, guys, if you stick to whole foods, I think you should be okay. So guys, my summary of everything I have discussed here in the last, I don't know, 5-10 minutes or so, at the end of the day, just have fun with it, okay? I'm telling you, I feel great. I've been doing this for about 8 months now. I think that's 8 months. I'm not the best at math. October, it'll be a year. I think actually like November 1st. I did it like just before Halloween. At the end of the day, just have fun with it. That's all. Have fun with it. Joke around. You know, make sure you got thick skin on because you're gonna be taking the chirps from your family members. You know, your relatives, especially your mom. You know, my mom likes to chirp me a lot. So, but guys, listen, you just have fun with it. I'm telling you, at the end of the day, if you do it properly, I really think you'll like it. You know, in terms of the taste of the food, guys, it tastes great. You just gotta learn how to cook better. I'm not trying to sound like, oh, I'm a chef or anything, but no, like you gotta experiment. You know, people, like a lot of people, they just like everything to be super easy. And I feel like, you know what, cooking is very easy. Like guys, most of it's vegetable based. You know, it takes a second to cook. So you just gotta play around with what spices you like, with what food, and you should be flying, man. You should be in the Chef Ramsay or Thomas Keller, just absolutely pumping out beautiful dishes. Okay, throw that on Pinterest. That's it. Residual income, you're set. That's it. You're a vegan Pinterest person now. I don't go on Pinterest. I think that's how it works. But anyways, guys, at the end of the day, I said at the end of the day at least 6 times. That's it. I'm coining it. That's my new catchphrase. At the end of the day, and ciao for now. We're getting to that part. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see maybe a video on, you know, why I became vegan, the reasoning behind it, you know, what I eat typically, I wanted to keep this video fairly short. You know, let me know in the comments section down below. I'd be very happy to do one of those videos. Thank you for sticking around if you made it this far. And if you enjoyed the video, I would appreciate you know, a comment, you know, a like, some feedback. And that's pretty much it. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and we will be talking very soon. Thank you for tuning in to the first episode of Gio's Corner here on this series. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day. Ciao for now.